A U.S. drone enters Venezuelan airspace. Sirens, scrambled jets, radio silence from Washington. Was it a mistake? Or a message in a world where technology defines power? The skies are no longer silent. In early 2025, radar screens in Venezuela lit up, showing what appeared to be an unidentified aircraft. Moments later, officials confirmed it was a U.S. military reconnaissance drone. What followed next would ignite new tensions between Washington and Caracas and raise questions about airspace, sovereignty, and the future of modern warfare. This is the story of when a U.S. military drone entered Venezuelan skies. For decades, relations between the United States and Venezuela have been filled with distrust. The U.S. government has criticized Venezuela's leadership over democracy and human rights, while Caracas accuses Washington of interference and espionage. Both nations have military assets operating near the Caribbean Sea, creating a tense environment for any aircraft crossing boundaries. In recent years, the U.S. military has expanded drone surveillance missions in the Caribbean, often citing counter-narcotics and maritime security operations. But Venezuela sees these moves as provocations, a reminder that technology can be as threatening as troops on the ground. According to Venezuelan defense sources, the radar contact occurred around dawn. A high-altitude object, moving at over 400 miles per hour, was detected near the La Orquilla military base, one of Venezuela's most sensitive coastal installations. Within minutes, the Venezuelan Air Force scrambled two Su-30 fighter jets to intercept. As the jets closed in, the drone, believed to be a U.S. MQ-9 Reaper, adjusted its altitude and began transmitting encrypted signals. The pilots attempted to make visual contact, but were ordered not to engage. The incident lasted less than 12 minutes, but the message was clear: someone was watching. The MQ-9 Reaper is one of the most advanced unmanned aircraft in the world. Developed by General Atomics, it can fly over 1,800 kilometers, carry missiles and surveillance pods, and operate remotely from thousands of miles away. Educationally speaking, the Reaper represents the evolution of warfare, where nations gather intelligence and even strike targets without risking pilots' lives. But this technology also raises moral and legal questions. If a drone violates another nation's airspace, is it an act of war or mistaken navigation? Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro called the incident a clear violation of sovereignty. In a televised statement, he accused the United States of conducting covert surveillance missions to test Venezuela's defense systems. The Venezuelan military released radar images and short video clips claiming to show the drone. Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Defense neither confirmed nor denied the operation, calling it part of regional security monitoring. In the digital age, information itself becomes a weapon, and both nations began using media to shape global opinion. International experts quickly analyzed the event. Military scholars pointed out that such drone incursions are not rare. They often occur between rival nations, including the US, China, and Russia. Educationally, this incident highlights the thin line between surveillance and provocation. In global politics, every flight, every radar ping, every satellite image carries the potential for conflict. For students of international relations, the key lesson is clear. Technology changes warfare, but diplomacy still prevents wars. Weeks after the incident, both countries quietly reduced public statements. No missiles were fired, and no official confrontation took place. But the episode left lasting effects. Venezuela upgraded its radar systems, and the U.S. reviewed drone route protocols in the Caribbean. The skies returned to calm, but distrust remained. Analysts say such encounters are part of a larger shadow war, where nations compete for intelligence dominance without open battle. In the age of drones, borders are no longer lines on a map. They are invisible frontiers of data, sensors, and satellites. And every time a drone crosses one, it reminds the world how fragile peace can be. This was a U.S. military drone entered Venezuela's skies. Then this happened. If you found this educational breakdown insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more global military documentaries. In the end, this was more than a border incident. It was a lesson in modern geopolitics. Drones don't just fly. They carry messages, strategies, and warnings. The US and Venezuela may share the same sky, but their trust remains miles apart. As technology advances, one truth remains. The future of war will be fought long before the first shot is ever fired.